Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about elegant things that you can do this New Year's Eve. If you are like us, your New Year's Eve might be looking a little bit different. I know ours definitely is. And some of you might be thinking, okay, what can we do at home that's going to be safe, but also give us a refined experience and also entertaining? I know it's a little bit challenging this year, but I'm putting this video out, so maybe you might have time to grab some things together and plan to have an amazing new year. I think a lot of us are looking forward to 2021. If you're new here, hello, my name is Nicole. I'm a full-time beauty and fashion content creator, and I've been bringing you along on my journey of leveling up and becoming more refined, more feminine, and more elegant. So if you haven't subscribed already, I would love if you joined this little family. You can hit that button right there and subscribe. It's completely free to do so. So with that, let's get into today's video. So in today's video, I think it's so important for me to mention that I really try to create date nights that are revolved around senses and around our love languages. And for me, my top love language is quality time. Acts of service, quality time kind of teeters between the two of them. And with that, I love just having a great meal with somebody. And I mean, food is one of the senses, like taste is one of the senses, right? So I think if you can cook a 3-course meal at home with your partner, it's something interactive, but then also it's going to be tasty and you can promote really good conversation around that. Now, I know there are tons of businesses that are adapting their business model this time of year, and never mind due to the world situation. And I know that there's tons of businesses where you can actually order a 3-course meal, or you can order the ingredients where you make those items at home. So it almost comes like raw and then you cook it at home. So if cooking isn't your forte, I think that you can totally do a 3-course meal at home without all the skill that goes along with it. If ordering in is easier for you, you can totally do that too. I suggest that you theme it out though. So maybe go for an Italian. Maybe if you were destined to go on a certain vacation this year, you can maybe pick a restaurant that would be in line with the vacation that you went on. I feel like that might be a way that you can like reignite the excitement for the trips that you might be taking in 2021. The next New Year's Eve idea that I have for you that's a little bit more elegant, a little bit more refined is, and I know some of you guys might think like, seriously, but I promise you this one is amazing. What about if you hired in a singer or someone that played a certain instrument? So back at home in Canada, a lot of my friends are musically inclined, and one of the things that I miss the most about being at home is like having that certain group of friends that filled my house with music. And I think, again, a lot of businesses have adapted what they need to do in order to survive this year, and I'm sure there are tons of musicians out there that are looking to make a little bit of extra money and would be so up to doing this. I think it's very easy to forget that people that work in the arts still have a business, they still have a career, and again, a lot of these people have been out of work if they're not performing anywhere. And so I think if you just did a local outreach, you can probably find a lot of people that would be willing to do this. I have had it where people have played string instruments. I haven't done this in Bristol, but I've done it at home, or singers or piano players, guitar players, etc. And whatever genre it is that you like the most, I promise you, light some candles, get them to come over. If you have somewhere that is outside, you can not even have them in your house if you're not comfortable with that. I know a lot of people have like gazebo type things in their backyard, or maybe you're watching this and you don't live somewhere cold or rainy like I do, and you can totally implement this. And I think it's such an amazing experience. And again, it's a way that you can kind of spend quality time with that person and not have it be boring, and then also kind of play into the whole senses experience. You know, your hearing is a sense, and put out some wine, put out some maybe charcuterie and call it a day. But I think it's such a great idea. Okay, so this one is totally in line with the Queen's Gambit, but I personally don't know how to play chess. I don't know if chess is going to be the game for me, but I do think it would be really refined than just your average board game. But I think if you maybe learned how to play chess and then got some wine, some cheese, I think that would be a really elegant evening at home that isn't necessarily filled with like your average board game. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit, that even though I don't personally play chess, I would be open to learning how to play chess and maybe assess from there. Equally, if you haven't seen the Queen's Gambit yet, I think that you could watch a Queen's Gambit whilst you're playing the game of chess and learn on the go, especially if you don't know how to play chess. I think that it could be like a very interactive experience considering if you're watching the show at the same time. If you've seen the show, then you totally know what chess is about, and it'll be about learning the rules and the regulations of the game, which I think will be more exciting and enticing because you've watched the Netflix series. Okay, I've got 2 more tips or ideas to go, and the next one I actually love doing. I haven't done it here in Bristol yet, but back at home in Canada, I had a fondue set, and there's just something about fondue that makes it so much more romantic, so much nicer, and just a more pleasurable experience. But whether you do fondue with oil, or you do cheese fondue, or if you do chocolate fondue, I think fondue is such a nice experience that is outside of the norm. I know my very first tip was to have a 3-course meal. Truly, we've done a lot of that over the holiday season, but if you are someone that doesn't do that, I think that it could be a great, unique experience for you. But if you are someone that does the whole 3-course meal thing at home, oh my gosh, try doing fondue at home. It is so fun, honestly. I like doing a mix of doing a cheese fondue and then getting the hot slab to do the meat on the slab. And these things are very easily able to be found on Amazon. I mean, even AliExpress, but I don't think AliExpress would get there in time. But yeah, if you haven't tried a fondue, put your favorite movie on and get some fondue and try it out. Now, the next thing that you can do after you've had your fondue that I think would be a really unique spin on this is, have you ever gone to a paint night? Paul and I have been to a paint night before where basically you get a canvas and then you get a bunch of paint and then you are supposed to try and paint a certain painting. Usually when you go to these events, they will have a certain painting and then they teach you how to make that painting on your own canvas. Now, obviously, we're probably not going to bars this New Year's Eve, but there are tons of people who do this on YouTube, and you can follow along with the painting on YouTube, or I'm sure there's someone that you could hire in your local area who would instruct you through this over Zoom. I think doing the fondue and the paint night can be something that is not only an interactive experience, but a tasty experience, and is a little bit more different than just having a 3-course meal at home. Okay, so the last idea or tip that I have for you today is doing a vision board together. Oh my gosh, 2020 has been not the best one, I think, for most people. And Paul and I did this a few months ago where we created a vision board on Canva. I think a lot of people, when they create a vision board, they think that they need to go buy all the magazines and then cut everything out and paint and glue it on. And you could totally do that. I think sometimes tangibly doing things and tactile, like doing tactile things helps cement the process a lot more. However, if you don't have all of these things, you can totally do this in Canva. And it's so fun, because the reason why I liked doing it with Paul is that not just for the whole, whether you believe in the law of attraction or not, that's not what I'm here to discuss today, but seeing what your partner puts on their vision board for the year to come really allows you to see where they want to go, and then you can start goal setting for how to get to whatever is on your vision board. And we found that it allowed us to connect and see what we both want out of life or the next 12 months. Anyways, my friends, that is it for this quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've had a great holiday season. I hope, however you're spending this New Year's, that you're excited for the year ahead and ready to put some of what has happened this year behind you. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is one of your last chances to do so. I would so appreciate if you did. And if you are liking this pivot that I've made with my content, I would love if you hit that like button so I can gauge that you're liking it and I should continue moving forward with it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Happy New Year. Bye.